Alright, hello there. Doing a VOD review here. This is a person that is in around mid-plat 2700 playing Tracer in May from what I can see. This VOD was submitted to the Discord of the Overwatch University subreddit and figured I'd take a look at it and give my tips for improvement here. So let's get into it.
Join me. 5, 4, up with me. 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Activating the barrier.
Time for a new adventure.
Like that wall. Cut him off and then push through his shield. So both tanks came in here, so this is an instance where you should try to get to where you can shoot your beam through both of them and freeze them both. You want to back your Rhine up when he goes in like that. You don't want him to just get overwhelmed by the stronger front end of the enemy team. You want to commit and go in. Okay, so someone's on the point, so that means that not everyone should go back to the point because that's what they're trying to get everyone to do. You should stay here because the tanks can handle it. Try to stay and hold the front as best as you can. Slow them down. Or you can call to your tanks to stay, and then you go and deal with it, especially since it's just a Sombra. So you should be trying to freeze as many people as you can right here, because your Rhine goes in, and then they all turn and focus on him, and you want them to focus on multiple targets rather than just the Rhine, so you want to go in and start freezing as many people. Don't try to icicle people, just try to slow people down, freeze them so they can't damage your Rhine. You've pretty much lost the fight at this point, so just try and stall best as you can. You did get your ult before you died, though, which is really good for getting your ult in the first point, so you can use that to hold them after or potentially recontest. Your team is going to stagger pretty hard here, though, so I don't know if you'll be able to recontest. Yeah. They got desperate to hold the point and didn't group up and staggered in instead. Yeah, it doesn't go high enough. Generally, if there's someone nearby, a slip target that can kill them like that, don't shoot at them. Just let whoever is near them deal with it. Or if they call, then they don't have their cooldown, so if their Rhine calls, I don't have charge, then you can start shooting at them. But if you see someone get slapped, hold on a second and look around and see if there's someone who's immediately about to capitalize on it, like that Rhine did. You almost woke him up. Okay. Sombra just stood still after taking a headshot. So one of the things that Mei is really effective as doing is being like almost like an off tank. You should be trying to contest the payload here. You should be standing like right around here, kind of using the payload for cover and preventing it from moving. You don't want it to move while you're sort of in this poke battle, because if they get little inches on you like that, they'll you know, little inch it all the way to the end. So when your tank is not here, when your main tank is not there, you want to be trying to contest the payload to slow them down as much as you can. Try to just, you know, stall the payload and, you know, try to burn down the clock while you're doing this poking battle. Oh. Steam got a video freeze. So this was done too late, and unfortunately I can't see what happened because your video froze. Let's see if I can track back and see what happened. No, it's definitely just an issue with the video. But anywho, you needed to ult before they got more in. You needed to ult as soon as they were coming through the gate, before they could commit to popping all of their ults like that. As soon as you saw that the fight was lost, like you lost a couple people to their ults, you should have just held your ult for the next point. You could have contested it like right before it got to the choke point.
Thank you. I understand. Everyone is counting on me. Apagando las luces. The battle continues.
Yeah, freeze the Genji, don't icicle them. Unless you're really good at icicles, it's better to just freeze them so other people can shoot them. If you had your ult now, this would have been a great spot to pop it. Just throw it on these people over here, or onto the Genji to capitalize on that, and then just counter wipe them here. Because by freezing him, it forces him to screw off as well. Yeah, so like an ult delivered right here would be like really powerful. Nice. Whenever you get antied like that, you want to ice block and break out immediately just to cleanse the anti-heal, because if you spend time anti-heal, they're going to capitalize on that in high ranks. Nice. That hog is still back there. Yep. Yeah, so in that kind of situation, I would have pursued that hog rather than help with the Sombra, because other people were also turning around for the Sombra to get her off the Ana, and capitalizing and getting rid of that hog being separated is much more powerful, because he just came and killed your Reinhardt for free. You can kill a Roadhog solo as Mei pretty easily, so long as you don't get hooked. If you can dodge or block the hook with Ice Block, you're pretty much good. You can just freeze him and double headshot him. Yeah, he got bursted. You did burn a good amount of time off their clock though, so you might actually even be able to recontest again if you can get out there fast enough. Nice. This is really good. This is good. You're burning a ton of their time, and you also got their Sigma ult out. Damn, Genji built another ult in all that time. That's still very good. You burned like a good 40-50 seconds there, almost a full minute. That was still a great recontest. And you got both Genji and Sigma's ult out. Okay. That was weird. So you have Pulse Bomb here. Rather than trying to be mini soldier, I would try to flank around and see if you can Pulse Bomb one of their supports, like their Ana or their Lucio. That would provide a lot more value than being mini soldier here. Ah, you had the right idea, but you panicked. You didn't really put aim into it. It's fine to wait a second and get your bearings after you blink through a team like that, just to figure out how you need to throw the bomb. You're not going to immediately die like that. Generally not. They have to react to your presence. Nope. You're up one, so you want to push here. You're out of health though, and you don't have recall, so... So whenever Sombra throws Translocator toward a team like that, to where teleporting to it would usually result in her death, she's going to EMP. So like if you see a teleporter flying in a direction or toward a place that if she teleports to it and doesn't ult, she's just gonna die, she's gonna ult when she teleports. So you could have ducked around this wall here on the left. You could have ducked around there. To avoid the EMP, so you didn't also end up EMP'd, and you could have gotten some value during the EMP when they all pushed up. Maybe you could have one-clipped their Ana or something. Wow, that Genji has another ult. He is farming. He doesn't get in much value for them, but he's building them like crazy. Ooh. I think you guys have it. Your Reaper's gonna carry. I would go back to Mei here. Going Doomfist into their comp is not exactly amazing. They have a lot of CC. That was good. Nope, didn't charge your punch enough. If you're not in danger, it's okay to charge your punch all the way. Like if you're just trying to go a long distance punch like that to take out someone in the back, like you were trying to kill that Ana, it's fine to fully charge the punch. You only don't want to charge it fully if you're going to die where you are charging, which you weren't going to because you were in your backline.
Thank you.
You can go after her. You can engage on her probably. Just punch straight and then turn and then slam. Nope. Okay, you got him there. Wait for a bit, wait for a bit. Oh. They just C9'd. Alright, that works too. I was gonna say wait for a bit so that the Lucio ult can fade for a little bit before you slam back down. Alright, nice hold. Let's see how you do on the attack.
Initiating match.
I don't think you skipped here, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip forward for you. Yeah, you didn't. There we go. And one more. There we go. So you're starting out on Tracer here, eh?
Four,
Alright.
3, 2, 1. Defend objective A.
So with their comp, see it on the top right there. Your main job is going to be trying to deal with the Ana, trying to keep her from just free healing. Because you have Ryan Winston. Oh, you're doing the teleport behind strategy. Okay, so you really, if you're doing the teleport behind strategy, then you really want to hunt the Ana, because you don't want her to get into a spot where she can just heal uncontested. Yep, good. Yep, nice. Now that she's dead, everything else is a lot easier. Nice. Got him the push. Kind of cheesed him with the teleporter, but that works.
The payload moves towards our desired outcome.
So when it's like this, you can be looking for getting ult charge, you can be looking for getting any kind of value if you can kill someone who's trying to regroup, like if you can kill the Ana again. Oh, she's turned to Moira. If you can kill the Mercy then, before she gets back, or maybe contest the Reaper, you know, check where he is, find out where he is, and see if you can kill him on his way back or prevent him from flanking. Look for value instead of like walking around. Now you hear him, right? You just heard the Sombra teleport, so spray around.
Where's the fun named there? We must see the payload to its destination. My ultimate is charging.
See, you've got the Plat tanks. You've got the Plat tanks. They don't want to push up for space. They're just like, I'm gonna sit on the payload. You have a Winston on the payload even. Oh man. Okay. Ryan's free, there you go. Healers first, remember, healers first. The Mercy was right behind him there. Alright. You've lost at this point. So you just want to pull back. Yeah, just pull back. You're dead. No, your Winston bailed you out. So you notice how you've been shooting at the Reaper for the past like 30 seconds and he still hasn't died? Something that really helps him staying alive is his healers being uncontested. You want to try to shoot them a little bit and make them focus on you so they stop providing so much free healing to him, because that's what's causing him to just walk through your team casually. It's healers, you gotta contest healers. Even if it's a Moira, just shooting at her will make her go, oh wait, there's a Tracer shooting at me, and make her, you know, right click you instead of left clicking her Reaper. That makes him a lot easier to kill by everyone else. Yeah, you've lost here, so you want to just pull out and regroup. Yeah, just let people die as they will, and then regroup.
What's the hold up?
Okay, so your Winston pops ult, so the right call here is now to be aggressive and capitalize off of that distraction. So see if you can one-clip someone. Your team is dead. Yeah, that was a good EMP there. Very good EMP. So the only ult that they have left is Grav, and I think that they're saving Grav in order to use Grav and Death Blossom together. Okay. Okay, so that was a pretty good throw. You almost got her. She just kind of stepped out of the way of it. But look for pulse bombs on targets that are moving more predictably. And Mercy that's not looking at you, that's AD-80ing on the cart, is kind of hard to pulse bomb. You want to look for an opportunity where someone's walking in a straight line or is looking at you and trying to fight you, because then they become predictable. Something is weird with our monkey brains that it's harder to predict someone who's not fighting you, because they're not moving in a way that avoids you, they're moving in a way that avoids someone else, and so it's not synced up. So look for someone who is walking in a straight line, not moving, or has no cooldowns to defend against the pulse bomb. Dang thing freezes every single time I pause it. Alright, well, you've lost the fight again, so regroup. You gonna switch here? That's a good call. Yeah. That can counter the Reaper pretty well. Which does seem to be the majority of their power.
Get into position.
Yeah. I wouldn't really worry about the Sombra too much. Your McCree has her handled. You can punish this Zarya. You see that Zarya, how she was walking in a straight line up this way? She was trying to go this way. You can put a wall here. You can rotate and put a wall here, and that trap her into this corner, and then you can freeze her and kill her pretty easily. That Ryan frozen midair. Alright. You hit him with the ult buttons. Now, here, in this situation, when you've just used a ton of ults like that, you want to make sure that they can't recontest you before it gets to the end. Because if they can, look at what they have right now. They have Death Blossom, they almost have EMP, and they have Shatter. So what they're going to do here is they're going to come back right before the yellow check mark, right before this checkpoint, and they're just going to ult on you, and you're going to end up losing that fight. So you want to push forward here and stop them from taking space, getting situated, maybe even kill a few people to delay the team fight so that they can't have a team fight here. She's up on the bridge above you. See how your Ryan gets it, but he's not backed up. He's pushing forward and trying to contest them so they can't get free distance, or take space. I mean, and he dies, and your McCree dies because they're not supported in their push forward. So you wanna go up with them. That's the right call. They're doing the right thing. You sitting on payload is not. Okay. Deny that res. Good. Yeah. See, like I said, they came back and they ulted you. They used their Shatter, they used their Grav. Now they have EMP and Coalescence and Valkyrie, so they're going to use that on the next time you come around, and then you lose that team fight. It's really, really, really important, and you can win games for free just by pushing forward and taking space. Leave someone on the payload, just one person, and just hold them. Hold them at the choke, hold them at the door where they can't really get out very easily, and that makes them harder to ult you. You might even be able to kill them and just make them feel like they shouldn't ult, right?
We need to keep the payload moving forward.
Alright. Ah. Ooh, no. No. That was a bad ult. Because that's not, no one's going to be there to capitalize on that. Yeah. Now they might just Okay. Alright. Alright. So what they did wrong here, let's backtrack a little bit and look at what they did wrong so this you can learn from this too. So your McCree pops off, Ryan is overextended. He dies because of that. And then rather than back off and regroup with the people that are coming back that they have, they try to hold you and fight you here when you still have your main tank. Mei herself is like an off tank, and then you've also got a support, whereas it's just a Reaper and a Zarya here with no support. You even res one of your DPS, so you're up like 5-2, something like that. Alright, nice peel. So that was a bad wall. You should have, if you're, I don't know if you were trying to wall off the Rhine from getting to your Rhine or the Zarya from getting back to her Rhine, but for both purposes, it's really easy to walk around. You can just come around, you know, like this direction. You can just come around. You want to move the wall further this way because you put it a little bit off at the edge here, sort of in the corner over here where the bridge extends over the void. Move it over a little bit, and that would wall off both the Zarya and the Reinhardt from getting to your Rhine. Alright. Yeah, that's good. Safety wall. Remember, push, 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 push. You can be aggressive here. You don't want them holding you at this choke point here. You want to push aggressively so they can't come around. They're not trying to hold you at that choke point, but higher ranks will. Okay. Okay, so see what just happened there. See what that Reaper just did. You got him here. He wraithed out, right? He wraithed back to his team. He then immediately came back over here. So what does he not have right now? He doesn't have his wraith, right? He's probably going to die because your Ana realized that and antied him. But you should be looking for and punishing bad cooldown usage like that. If the Reaper wraiths out, he can't fight for another 8 seconds, I think that the cooldown is. So if he comes back out to fight within 8 seconds, you know that this dude is essentially a free kill because he has no wraith. So you gotta look for and capitalize on mistakes like that and just immediately punish them. He even wasted ult. This Reaper is trash. Excellent. Excellent. And then the Rhine wasted Shatter. Your Icicle aim is pretty good. Nope. Don't wall off your McCree. Ooh, don't see 9 here. That was an interesting EMP. Missed it completely. You're very focused on this Rhine, and you've got the same problem that you did earlier with that Reaper. You're focusing the Rhine, who's being sustained very greatly by his Moira. You gotta go for the healers first. It's very easy to just go and freeze the Moira and kill her. Or the Lucio. Yeah, the Moira is just uncontested free spraying, and that's what kept that Ryan alive.
Fire at will. My strength unleashed.
They have spawn advantage here, so they're probably going to win here. Yeah. Yeah, so you could have won this game right then and there if you'd killed their Moira, who was just free healing. Because I take back what I said about the Lucio. Lucio is a non-factor. You just go for the Moira, who's free healing, and probably used her fade to avoid something at some point. Maybe the McCree was shooting at her. Just go for the Moira, kill her, and that's like 99% of the enemy team's healing just gone. And once that's gone, your team can roll over them because you have double main support. Yeah. Yeah, this was easily winnable. The big points are push forward for space, so don't sit on payload when you don't have to, especially as Mei. Mei is an amazing space taker because she's very hard to 1v1. Anyone who tries to contest you just gets deleted. So push forward for space aggressively when you win payload map fights. Go for healers in chaotic team fights like that where everyone's just running around shooting at everyone. Seek out the healers like a heat-seeking missile and kill them first, because as soon as you kill them, everything is suddenly made so much easier. And then third of all, use your ice block more to block key cooldowns rather than to heal yourself. You kind of just avoid using it in general because you're scared of getting punished perhaps, but it's very, very good for blocking key cooldowns. So like McCree flashbang, you can ice block for literally like a half a second just to block the flashbang, break out, and then freeze them and kill them. You can use it to block hacks from Sombras. You can use it to block boops from Lucios. It blocks literally any cooldown. You're immune to damage while you have it. So just flash it rather than staying in it to heal, because if you stay in it to heal, that's when you get punished. You open yourself up to getting focused down because you're popping out after a very predictable time, right? 4 seconds. So flash it as a little mini shield, like a Brigitte shield, just to block key cooldowns and key damage, and then freeze people. And then try to, like your wall, for example, as for your wall, use your wall more than just trying to wall people off. Use it to split teams and use it to block off healers. So you can use it to block Ana sight lines. You can use it to block Moiras from spraying at people, so they have to use Fade to get around it, or that makes them use Fade, or just walk around it, which takes time. Just look to use your abilities more to screw over the enemy team rather than to protect your team or save yourself, if that makes sense. Look for opportunities to mess with the enemy and push more aggressively. You're like almost like an off tank. You should be pushing with your main tank aggressively. Anywho, hope that helps. Glad to be of any assistance. If this helps you, let me know, and thanks for watching.